Good evening, everyone.
Is it?
I think it is a pretty good evening so
I
far.
challenge this theory.
Challenging the theory from across the room. You can come
Yes.
on over here and say that if you want.
No. Then I'd be on camera.
Then you'd be on camera. That's true. That's the risk you have to take. So therefore, it remains unchallenged. Good evening.
I challenge this.
Hey, Slogs. Hey, Katie. Hey, September and September and Stranger and Al. There, I think I've got everybody. I love the wonderful little like rainbow. At least on the Twitch colors that I've been given, I've got like pink, two blues, and a purple, which is just a lovely rainbow. Um, so yeah, it's uh, it's New Game Monday, kind of on accident. Um, it totally would have been New Game Thursday this Thursday. Um, for those who weren't here for last Thursday's stream, we finished Planet of Lana. I originally intended to run over a little bit, and
Uh huh.
I ended up running over a lot bit. We did an impromptu double stream last Thursday and just finished the game. Turns out there was a whole other stream still in that game. Um, I should have just left it. I should have just left it. That's on me. Um, the it's fine. It's fine, and we're here now. And boy, that game's good. That game's really good. I like that game a lot. Anyway, we're starting a new game tonight that I also think is quite good. Um, that's that. That's the end of the sentence. How are y'all? I hope that y'all are doing good. I think you're very good, but I hope you're doing well. Is what I mean. Um, and Jasmine is here. She's also good. Hang on. Oh, there she is. Hi, Jasmine. Would you like to say hi to everyone?
No.
She always clams up on camera. Have y'all noticed that? She's very loud whenever she's not like front and center. But the second that I put her on stage, nothing. Statuesque. Possibly because being center stage means that she's actually like getting attention and snuggles, which is the thing that she's complaining about in the first place. There's some conflicting theories as to what's going on here. Science may never be able to answer these questions. Oh, thank you, Jasmine, for adding your opinion to the. Whoop, whoop, and then she's gone. Speaking of science, that's a great segue. We're starting a new game tonight, as I alluded to with the cries of New Game Monday, called Return to Grace, which was not anywhere on my radar until like 2 weeks ago when it kind of dropped out of nowhere. I'm trying to remember. I do this a lot. I'm trying to get better about remembering this. I'm fairly certain I learned about this one through Rock Paper Shotgun. Um, I think was where I learned about this game. Um, that sounds right. And it's deeply space themed, which fit our current season very well. And also, it's a short little like walking simulator kind of a game that was very nifty, and I like it a lot.
Are you gonna go
So
for the bad ending?
I don't think there's a bad ending. I think there's just the one ending. Uh,
I'm pretty sure there's a bad ending.
you're pretty sure there's a bad
I'm
ending?
pretty sure
Okay.
there's a good ending. I'm pretty sure there's multiple and many
All right.
endings.
We've been told from across the room that there are multiple and many endings. I'm gonna just play for the ending that comes to us, and we'll see what we get. So before we play to anything at all, we have some, as usual, content warnings to talk about. Villain ending. um, the first one isn't actually a content warning, but it is a warning nevertheless, and we'll talk about that one actually last because it's the most important one. Um, I gotta I gotta figure out how to. Well, I talk about these, so it doesn't really matter that they don't stay on the screen that long. So one content warning that we may get to towards the very end of the stream tonight. There is a sequence where one of the voiced characters is kind of verbally abusive about another character. They're just very demeaning over the course of a scene. I should be able to give some forewarning before we get to that scene, but just as a heads up that that's coming. Um, there are a couple of sequences where we have to kind of balance over an expanse and threat of falling from heights. so that's kind of a little bit of a recurring thing. Right out of the gate, there are a couple of sequences where we're going through very confined spaces. So if that is a trigger for you, just a warning that that's coming up. The earlier ones will also involve going through confined spaces in the dark, so just as an added caution there. I don't think we'll get to it tonight, but there is one recording that mentions someone who is grieving a lost loved one. Again, I should be able to forewarn when we get to that one, so that's just a specific instance as opposed to, like a lot of our games, that is not an ongoing like theme of this one. It's just a single instance, so I should be able to warn when we get to that one. All right, starting at the ending at the start. There we go. There's a content warning for motion sickness, which is not so much a content warning. I only have one warning tag, and it's easier than trying to get people to track multiple warning tags. Return to Grace is a first-person game, and sadly, possibly because it's a small studio and they haven't done a lot of other games, there is not a field of view slider. So there is a possibility that this game may trigger motion sickness or nausea or things like that for secondhand viewing. So I wanted to go ahead and forewarn on that. Obviously, it's a big issue that anybody who has played or watched first-person games has some familiarity with, or should have some familiarity with. If you're not familiar with it, look into FOV or field of view, particularly if you stream yourself, because it's a very good thing to be aware of, and still not enough games are doing it. I looked for other fixes to get around in this one. Unfortunately, could not find one with this game. It's not well known enough yet, I don't think. So the question then is, why am I streaming it anyway? In part because it's short. We're only going to have at max 2 streams of this, so I figure if someone needs to bow out for their own health, they're not going to be missing too many streams. It'll be tonight and Thursday tops, and then we'll be on to the next game. So if you need to step away, I completely understand. Absolutely, as I always say, do what you need to do to take care of you. I certainly don't want anybody feeling sick. The game is not that good. I think it's cute and entertaining. I don't think it's worth making yourself nauseous over. The only, I guess, caveat I'll have on that is that because it is as opposed to like some horror games or things like that, it's not a first-person shooter. We're not having to rapidly target anything or do chase sequences and things like that. So at least we're not moving at fast speeds. Take that as you will. Make your own decisions as you need to, but feel free to step away if at any point you start feeling uncomfortable, just physically with the field of view being what it is. All right. I think that's all the stuff on that. Hey, Mox.
This is what, their first game?
I'm pretty sure this is their first game. I haven't looked as deeply into this studio, but it's unfortunately too common of an oversight to leave out a field of view setting, so it's not surprising. But there's a question about the shirt. But it's still disappointing. So more, it's disappointing because I would love to be able to stream any game safely. So in this case, I just wanted to forewarn. All right, so that's, I think, the end of all of the stuff. Hey, Bob. And I think, yeah, I think that's all the prep. As my cats have decided to choose violence, we will instead choose to return to Grace. Hello, kittens. Jasmine is now in home base, and we will return to Grace. There we go. We made it rhyme. There we go. Hello, kitten. You're okay. You're safe in here. I'm sorry, Benny. That's home base. We've established this. All right, let's see what that volume level looks like. I would like to choose violence.
Stop whining.
Actually, it looks a little low. Let me switch it. One moment. Bring this up just a little bit. There we go. Give that a shot. Alright, we start. We begin. Enjoy the shower, Bob.
Stick's not responding. Can you take control?
The storm is interfering with my senses.
Hold on.
Impact in 10, 9, oh, there it is.
I went too far. One moment.
Addie? Addie, please respond.
Everything hurts.
You've been out for nearly an hour.
What's our status, Alan?
We've crashed.
Perfect. Pause right there. Go the other way. The title screen was deceptively quiet. Curses.
Yeah, I got that.
There,
My
hopefully
hull
that's
is
better
intact.
balanced.
Thrusters 2 and 4 are damaged and will require realignment.
So will my back. Can you let me out?
Not before we talk about your suit.
Okay, talk.
I'm reading green on seals, green on batteries. Thermals are, well, not green, but fine, and you have 5.35 hours of oxygen, maybe 6 if we run the scrubbers hot. But Addie, we've had this discussion before. You won't have
Alan,
enough to...
it's fine. I have a plan.
I'm concerned that...
I have a plan.
Understood.
Now, open the hatch.
The canopy hydraulics are not responding. You'll have to pull the manual release.
Yep. And yeah, very much like the Deliver Us games right off the
Seriously.
bat.
A stupid piece of junk.
I'm right here.
Visibility's terrible. Any sign of the spire?
I'm not picking up anything new, just the original beacon signal. You'll need to use your wayfinder to locate an entry point.
That's a wall.
There is one.
All right. Let's figure out where you're at, Grace.
You know the beacon could be anything. A lost colony, a relay station.
200 distinct oral histories can't be wrong, Alan. Grace is here.
Yeah, the little Alan face is great. I see something wagging in the distance. Is that a tent? That's a pit. Oh, little bridge.
There's a little bridge here. There wouldn't be much
That's what I
sense in
said.
building this if we weren't within walking distance of the spire.
By all estimates, the beacon is within 400 meters.
Which way here?
Alright, little dot says this way. I guess it didn't matter. Oh no, no. Well, goodbye.
Yep. There goes the back again.
What happened?
Fell into a stupid fissure. Looking for a new way to reach the spire. Or at least someplace where it will be easier to find my body.
Yep, whoop. You squeeze? Oh no.
Looks a little tight.
It's fine. Space helmets can squeeze, right?
It's opened up again.
Ah, this way.
Looks like a weather station, or maybe a seismic station. It looks the era of that relay from the Dawes Sea Dig. It's at least 700 years old, Alan.
The surface temperature is dropping. We can't maintain your thermals much longer.
We're close. I can feel it.
I wish I shared your optimism.
Hello?
Oh my god.
That's big.
This has to be it.
What are you seeing, Addie?
I'm looking at what must be the spire superstructure. I can't imagine how something this big has gone undetected for this long.
A 500-year-old storm?
I don't know. Doesn't seem possible. I can see an exhaust. Ugh.
Whoop. Sorry, Addie, I should have let you
Did you
finish.
make it, Addie?
I'll let you know in 1 sec. I'm in. All right, Grace. Let's find out what you've been up to for the past 900 years.
That's a dead end. Yep.
This might be tight.
Yep. Who or what is Grace? That's the whole question at the moment. Ooh.
Hope my light still works.
There we go. That's just all wall everywhere we look. That's right, Arthur. Where's the not wall? How are we surrounded by wall everywhere? Oh, there we go. There we go.
You should see this spooky tunnel I'm in, Alan.
And why would I want that?
Come on, you're not excited?
You crash-landed me in a frozen hellscape and left me for salvage.
10 years of research, not to mention 6 months of spaceflight, are about to pay off.
But at what cost?
Don't ruin this for me.
Alright. Dead end?
Looks like a bit of a labyrinth, but I'm still picking up the signal ahead.
And you can still hear me?
Loud and clear, buddy.
Good adventurers go left.
Looks like the tunnels can be air sealed. I'm guessing large parts of the station can be pressurized.
This is like a D&D alignment good.
Structure looks to be in decent condition.
Another good sign.
What direction do chaotic neutral adventurers go?
Everything about this place looks 30th century to me.
Whoop.
It's the right era, the right size.
Progress?
Don't say it, Addie. We've had our hopes dashed before.
Okay. Nope. Oh, gap. We squeeze. Okay. No problem. And to the left. Nope. And to the left. Ooh, yes.
This one's broken. I think I can crawl through.
Yeah, Ellen's face is extremely good. Are we jumping?
Jeez. That's gotta be over 15 meters.
And if gravity here is 1/6 of that on Earth, then a 15-meter fall here would be the equivalent of falling less than 3 meters at standard G,
Uh-huh.
which you've mastered a couple of times already on the moon's surface.
Ah,
All right.
that's probably fine.
I could calculate outcome probabilities based on previous drop impacts if you've already jumped, haven't you?
Gosh, I hope this is the right way.
Yeah, I don't think you can jump up that many meters.
Oh,
How
boy,
good are
this
you
is
at moon parkour?
Oh no.
Oh, oh, geez.
Are you hurt, Addie?
I'm working on it.
Uh-huh.
Structure is enormous.
I'm sure it's very big.
This has to be the Grey Spire, Alan.
And there it is. The perfect setup for disappointment.
Okay.
I found
Okay,
the
let's
beacon.
stop the beeping. Thank you. Now let's look around. I had a screensaver like this once. Okay.
The transmitter is on some sort of...
Cube. Oh, it's made of zonite.
Control for the main structure.
You think we can make a connection here?
Theoretically, if you run a scan, I can attempt to connect.
Someone clearly made this with auto build. Alright, let's
The interface language is quite old and sophisticated, but we should be able to calibrate your computer to interact. You can use your gyroscope to sync with the terminal. I have the first calibration position. The meter will indicate when you are close.
Oh, got it. The bar on the left. Okay. I did. Oh, this is a weird pull. This is like the hacking game in
First
Resident Evil
position,
Revelations
second
2.
calibration position is up.
And then down and over. Got it?
It's 2, and here's the final position.
Over. Got it. And then.
That's it. We're in.
Neat!
Accessing the network
Bing,
now.
bing, 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 bing. I love 3D Pong. Oh no.
Shit. Alan, you there? Alan?
Hello,
Ha!
Yeah!
a visitor. Let's have a look.
Where's Alan?
Hi?
Who is this?
Who is this? Who are you? Entering a home without knowing its host.
Are you... Grace?
Good question. I'm not entirely Grace. I'm running on just a small part of her logic processing.
Grace is still here.
And what brings you here?
My name is Adamari Ito. I'm an explorer.
I must apologize, Adamari. It would appear I have lost much of my capacity. I cannot see very far beyond the room we are in.
I've lost connection with my ship's AI.
You won't need Alan here. I can show you around.
So you know his name is Alan.
Of course. But until we are able to restore power to the station, I will require your assistance. There should be a manual winch set in the floor at the foot of one of the sliding doors.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
This must be it.
Working the winch will open the door.
Do
Oh.
you know where Grace has been all this time?
Grace went
Oh, yeah.
somewhere?
She's been gone for hundreds
Very
of
natural
years.
motion.
I am running on a very old server. My memories predate the completion of the Grace Spire.
Grace ushered in humanity's golden age. Peace across the system, booming interplanetary trade, scientific marvels, colonies beyond the orbit of Neptune. And then she was gone, and it all fell apart.
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Well, you're a lot more than an archaeologist usually gets.
The first step to restoring Grace is to bring the Spire's power station back online.
Let's do it.
I'll light the way.
I love square wave mouth to differentiate from curve wave Alan's mouth. Yeah. Also, the aesthetic in here reminds me of the, like, the Fibbage UI from Jackbox.
What do I do here?
This is a security panel. I am decrypting the pattern now. Ah, yes. Simple enough. You'll need to light up 9 buttons, forming a square at the center of the panel.
Alright.
Okay. The 9 buttons in the center.
That is what I said.
If you're not Grace, then what do I call you?
I don't believe there are any identification strings in my base logic that would suffice.
I'll call you Logic then. For now. Till we have a better idea of who you are.
Neat.
And, you can call me Addie.
I will refer to you as Addie, then, until we have a better idea of who you are.
So what exactly are you?
The station's emergency server had defaulted to Grace's original logic processing. That's me, as you've suggested. The server can also run a program dedicated to the control of infrastructure, and the third system dedicated solely to empathizing with and understanding humans.
Huh.
When power is restored, Grace's primary servers should come online, and we will become some small part of Grace's consciousness.
Okay.
Go ahead and activate the elevator.
So we have
This looks like
logic,
metallic rock.
control, and empathy.
The power station is set into the Spire's foundation stone.
The foundation stone would have been an asteroid, right?
Most certainly. About 50 cubic kilometers, from what I can recall.
Amazing. Most accounts of Grace's origins talk about an asteroid being pulled from the heavens. That makes sense. There wouldn't be any construction resources on Ganymede and nothing to anchor the structure. I can't imagine the effort it would have taken to redirect an asteroid that big. We don't do anything like that today. Can you open this?
With some difficulty. I will need to direct power from logic to control processing. And I will not function at the same cognitive level until full power is restored.
What do you mean,
Ah.
at the same level?
Good luck, Addy.
Nope. Well. And we're on our own.
You still there?
Where would I?
Nope. Yeah.
You sound a little different.
Just stronger. The voice of control resonates through the very walls of the structure. I shall start the turbine after you prime the generators that open the spillway.
And this turbine still works?
It worked before, and it will work again. You shall find the generators on the platform at the other side of the room.
Alrighty.
Ah, yes. Red, the color of friendship.
You know what's in these?
Go to the 3 generators overlooking the turbine.
They're cartridges. For what, I wonder?
Enough, Addy. You must go to the generators.
Uh-huh.
You must prime the generators first.
Makes sense.
Mountain Dew code control? Ooh.
What happened here? Someone ripped this apart.
For the last time, go to the generators.
So, why do you need me to start these?
Tradition. A
Uh-huh.
honored failsafe of including human hands in the operation of this station.
Uh-huh. Oh, got it. Alright.
So, do you share memories with the logic processor?
Indeed, we are all part of Grace. Aspects of her infinite power. Shadows of what was, and promises of what will be. I was the light that shone in the darkness. I was the hand that divided the firmament.
Uh-huh. And then what?
The turbine has failed us.
That's
Alien levers, yeah.
I must call upon you to cast out the wicked instrument.
the what?
Broken turbine. You must go to it now.
Alright.
Logic had me, like, a little concerned. Control has me very concerned. This is some...
Safe to be down here, right?
You shall not be harmed.
Okay.
You must uncouple the safety latches.
That sounds unsafe.
It is not.
Okay. Don't trust this. Mission objective, cast out the wicked instrument.
You must now go to the magnetic crane.
I should have done the one closer to the elevator first, huh? That would have been
You're
prudent.
sure I'll be able to fix this?
Okay, it's fine. We're out.
If
It's
you
fine.
trust in my word, yes.
I don't is the thing. Whoop. God, what's empathy gonna be like?
You must first cast out the old turbine.
Hoist?
Now cast aside the wretched unit.
Okay, can you just stop saying words? I think will be better for everyone. I'll certainly feel more comfortable. What if empathy is the worst one? That's what I'm concerned about, is the thing. Like, what if this is softening us up? Okay. There we go. All right. Oh, it's bright.
Everett?
Hello?
Everett, is that you?
Absolute unit versus wretched unit.
Everett.
Who is Everett? That's not an emotion I'm aware of, so that's probably a person
Power.
or an AI.
What's happened?
Oh, hi, Logic.
Reborn. Humanity will once again flourish in the brightness of my glory.
This isn't right. Our processing has not combined. Grace has not been restored.
I think she was here for a moment. She was calling to someone. Do you know who Everett is?
No. With power restored, my mind is clearer, sharper. But I could not tell you who Everett is.
You must leave this place at once. Return to your vessel and spread word of my return. From Sol's fiery core to the icy Kuiper expanse, all must know.
I've hijacked the volume control. I feel like this is going to be a short commandment. We'll see how long before he notices.
It took me nearly a year to get here. I want to know if Grace can be brought back.
There is more complex to explore if you head back to the control room through which you entered. We should determine where in the megastructure my central processors are located. Perhaps along the way you may learn more about this Everett.
I forbid you to linger a moment longer.
And he's back.
Like a divine comet, dive from the outer reaches and spread light and understanding to the inner
Please.
worlds.
I'm not leaving.
Yet more insolence.
So, are there any accounts as to why Grace was shut down in the first place?
There's no electronic record.
Never mind, I love Logic.
That was lost during the Great Dark Age.
Dark Age?
Much of humanity's record keeping would have been managed by Grace. So, when she went down 900 years ago, so did the ability to record what happened. The research that led me here was based on oral histories mostly, and some artifacts we uncovered on Earth and Mars. Relay devices that were once connected to Grace's network.
Then we share an interest in shedding light on this Dark Age.
I like the appropriate use of Dark Age. Not necessarily a time of ignorance, a time of
From what I can
historical
tell,
record
there is some
loss.
sort of transit system on the other side of the control room, which should lead you to the other parts of the spire. I will illuminate the door leading to this transit system.
Thank you for turning the light on. More helpful would be the passcode pattern.
Alas, I require your nimble fingers again.
Aw.
Alright, what's the pattern?
Another easy one. The Phoenician letter Tau.
Who would.
I don't know. Perhaps an archaeologist? How about the
Not
Greek
T.
letter Chi?
Oh, X.
Got it.
This is not the way to your ship.
Do you believe Grace could have done something to cause humans to turn on her?
Like what?
Like becoming too overbearing?
Humans would
Nah.
have given no reason to question my bearing.
It's one of my theories, yes. This must be the main entrance. I'm guessing the landing pad is on the other side of the big doors.
That's correct, Addie. Though the pad appears to be buried under meters of ice.
Ooh.
What are these for?
They appear to be terminals for processing visitors to the spire. But they no longer store any useful information.
Oh yeah, Grace might have shut herself down. That's... I hadn't thought of that. Ooh, that's gonna be troubling. I wonder if she shut herself down to protect herself from
This
her
looks
control
Olympian or
subroutine.
Egyptian. The triangle must represent the spire. Beautiful, don't you think?
Does it matter if it's beautiful?
That's another way to see it, sure.
Right. Pure logic.
Cool statue. Or maybe it's a...
That's
robot.
not nearly enough
Do
moons.
the little moons move?
Perhaps at one point in time. Though I'm not sure of the relevance of that.
Just curious.
That's not even enough major attractions. Should be 4. Wait, is there another one on the other side? There it is. Never mind. There's 4. Never mind. Ignore me.
Is this an airlock?
Yes. The spire beyond this point can be pressurized.
Uh-huh. Could
I
you...
assume your suit has limited oxygen?
I have about 5 hours left.
That's quite a risk you're taking. Were you assuming station life support could be restored?
Well, can it?
I believe so. But for reasons I'll never understand, life support is controlled by empathy processing. I suppose they had to give it something to do. I'm in the name of that programming now.
Hello, Addie.
Hello.
Oh, no.
So you're going to get oxygen?
Oh, no.
The process has already begun, my friend. No rush. If you let me accompany you along the path ahead, I can balance the environment to your life force as we walk.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, no.
Wow. How are these plants still intact?
They must have been subject to a very sudden drop in temperature while still alive.
What is this place?
Remaining connected to one's natural world is important for a person's well-being. A fitting starting point for those entering the structure, don't you think? Do you recognize any of the objects in this section of the garden? I'd love to know what you think of them.
I see a wind chime.
For the calibration process.
Let me go to the wind chime.
Do you see them, Addie? Life in perfect stillness? The flowers defying the hoarfrost. As you have defied the emptiness of space to arrive here.
I guess.
Which one are you?
Pardon me?
Which one of these blooms best embodies your spirit?
Seriously?
It's important I know these things in the balancing of illuminatory ergonomics.
Oh.
Fancy words do not make this any less idiotic.
Logic. Shh.
There are no wrong choices.
I do like purple. Ooh, these are very nice. Yeah.
This one.
I had a feeling you'd pick that. You're a risk taker. There's a passion
Valid.
in you, a
Also
fire
matches
you
our suit.
barely contain that drives you to complete your mission. I'm making the lighting adjustments now. You can make your way to the artifact display by the boardwalk.
Is that this? Oh, yeah, there we go.
Please consider
Fox?
an object, Addie.
Fox?
This statue could be outer colonial. It's simple, but it's quite beautiful, I guess.
And why would its beauty matter?
People like pretty things.
I love that
human
empathy and logic
spent
ask the
thousands of
exact
years.
same question. Why would its
Am I
beauty
Doing
matter?
this right?
You are doing splendidly. Please, consider another object.
I'm sorry. This cannot possibly be necessary.
Temperature preferences can vary considerably between individuals. Careful calibration is essential.
How about above freezing and we proceed?
It's really up to Addie. If you don't wish to consider more objects, I can set the temperature within a survivable range and you can move to the pergola in the center of the room.
I mean, we got 5 hours. Let's take our time. What's this?
This looks like Pacific Revival. Part of an archway, maybe. That's a pretty big piece to ship all this way.
We should consider more foxes. I
Important.
agree.
Even though it's no longer holding up a roof.
I guess its purpose has changed.
As can happen with people, too.
What's the point of this, Addie?
A fair question. Why do these objects interest you?
I'm an explorer. I'm here to learn.
And that's to be admired.
Oh, I like empathy. Oh, I don't want them to be the one to betray us, though.
This must be Terra Classical, or made in the style. I'm not really an expert.
But it suits you. The ancient Greeks boarded their ships and set out to explore the world, discover its gods, and conquer its monsters. You are an explorer, Addie. But are you here to meet a god or to slay some beast, I wonder? You're not a planner, are you? You live in the moment, don't you?
I've been told that.
I like that about you.
This is a Talos Principle sequel.
I have no idea what this is. A weapon or a tool of some kind?
It's a device for working metal. Why do you suppose it's in this garden, Addie?
It could be a symbol of hard work.
An industrious future? Or a laborious past, perhaps? What would you say these objects have in common?
They're artifacts from long before the building of the station.
The things we leave behind say something about us, don't they?
What a society leaves behind is all we have in understanding how they lived.
But we're interested in what you were willing to leave behind in order to come here.
Haven't left a whole lot, to be honest.
Because you need little more than your curiosity to sustain you. I believe that's all I will need to set the perfect temperature.
Nice.
Finally, you can move to the pergola in the center of the room. Perfect timing. The room is fully compressed and we can go about setting oxygen levels.
Call me old-fashioned, but how about the traditional 21%?
Go ahead and sit yourself at the center of the pergola. Very good. Now, when you're ready, you can remove your helmet.
My helmet?
Of course. You can't sample the air I've prepared with it on.
And you're sure it's safe?
Your well-being is the most important thing, Addie. I'm certain it is safe.
Okay.
Now I want you to take a deep breath. A nice, deep breath. Hold it there.
Uh-huh.
3, 2, 1, and release. Beautiful.
Oh, that's neat.
And when you're ready, another deep breath in.
If this is
As you can, Addie.
quietly like a stealth tutorial for later for when we have to hold our breath, I'm gonna be a little upset.
And release.
Because this is genuinely relaxing.
Feel all that built-up stress from your long journey here release into the ether.
Oh, please.
Shut out negative energy and another life-nurturing breath. Fill those marvelous lungs. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, and release. Wonderful.
Even the station has a limited supply of oxygen.
We can move on now. Next, I want you to really open your body by reaching up toward the sky. Wonderful. How's that feel, Addie?
Kinda nice?
And we're almost done the calibration. For our last exercise, I will ask you to stand up.
Okay.
Now,
This is very good.
once you're centered, you can hold your hands in a relaxed position in front of you. Now transfer your weight onto one foot.
Okay.
I want you to hold that for 10 seconds.
Okay.
What could this possibly have to do with oxygen levels?
It's about balancing.
Literal balancing?
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, no. Oh, no.
Almost
Fine.
there.
Whoa, no, it's okay. I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it.
3,
Don't worry about it, don't worry about it, it's fine.
1. And that's 10 seconds.
Got there.
Excellent, Addie. We've done great work here today. I've made note of these settings for the other parts of the station.
So we can move to the transit system now?
The door out is just up the stairs past the flowers.
That ruled. That was so good.
I'll do my best to get the oxygen mix just right in the rest of the station. Just let me know if anything is not quite working for you.
You don't suspect Grace was shut down in a human conflict?
Maybe. Or you were abandoned over time.
Abandoned?
We've walked away from a lot of great things.
Hmm.
Very
Ooh.
cool.
These tracks move transport pods to other levels of this complex.
Let's see if we can get this thing working.
They're not moving anything with that much ice.
You wouldn't build a system like this if you didn't need to move a lot of people. Which bodes well for finding something cool at the other end. This must be the transit control room. Looks like people worked here. No power?
There is no current running to this console.
That looks
Control will be
ripped
required
out.
to reroute power.
And you defied my wishes to
Hi,
tell
buddy.
the solar system of my return.
I'm just looking for answers, boss.
I am the only answer.
Yeah, I thought you'd say that.
Control? Fine. Where's the electrical access for the room?
To the left of the rear door. But as I said, you will need control to reroute power to the console.
This era of electronics is dead simple. Won't hurt to take a look. This should show the power status of the room's various systems.
Mm-hmm.
Well, nothing in the room is on standby.
As I'd said,
I'm gonna have to look at the breakers. My dad worked on older machines for a living. They're not predictable things. They have quirks.
I sense that there is joy in this work for Addie.
well, I can tell you there is no joy running to any of those breakers.
Sometimes a good whack will knock something into place.
It's worth a try.
Oh.
Well, there's your problem right there. Someone's removed the entire power relay.
As I told you,
So why can't Control help us? Isn't he programmed to serve humans?
He's more accustomed to tasks like maintaining power grids across entire planets, while I'm very much attuned to the needs of individuals.
What about you, Logic?
I apparently offer wisdom to the wind.
You activated Control and Empathy.
For all the good that did us.
Is there another configuration we can call on?
Grace's core processors contain only these 3 systems.
Can you combine the systems? Take the edge off Control with a little Empathy?
I suppose it's possible, but there's no telling what the outcome of something like that would be.
Could it be any worse than Control?
It can always be worse.
Yeah.
Give it a try. It sounds like a wonderful idea, Addie.
You're right. What do I know? Don't blame me if he turns out to be a murderer.
Addie?
Yep, it's me.
New friend?
Great. What are we doing again?
We're powering up pods.
So, you want to hotwire this thing?
Yes, please.
All right. Rerouting is good to go. You can meet me at the breaker panel. Go ahead and flip the switches.
You got it, pal.
And I'm Pal?
Sure. We'll call you pal.
Breakers look good. Now you can push the buttons that turn on the different systems. Power's up. I'll let you do the honors.
Here we go.
Oh, that's not good. I'm so sorry, Addie. I thought I would have enough power to do this for you.
Oh, buddy.
It seems so important for you to ride in a pod.
I think the track is just jammed with ice.
Ice? You'd think I would be able to handle a little ice.
It's okay. Is there, some kind of de-icing system or something?
I don't know.
There is not.
All right, let's look for something to deal with the ice.
Alright. Well.
This looks like a welder's jetpack. It's
That'll
been
do.
disassembled for some reason.
Why? Who came through here ripping up all the stuff? Who's been here before me?
This one looks to be in working order.
Would it be heavy enough to smash the ice?
Maybe. But I'm more interested in what that welding gun might do to the ice. All right, pal. Let's try this one on for size.
So, what's it gonna do exactly?
Oh, I think you're gonna like it. This is a welder.
It's
See if it still works.
like we're the opposite of May Overwatch. Alright. Okay.
Look at that. A little blue light.
That's not gonna cut it. Are you able to control this?
For you, I could definitely try.
Can you open the fuel throttle to the torch?
Okay.
Woo!
Whoa. I like that. What is it?
That's called an icebreaker, pal. Any idea where the flight controls are?
Someone remove them.
Okay.
Who?
I can take control if you like.
Is this Everett? Is this Everett who has been
Looks pretty.
gremlining his way through this whole
Stuff
place?
shoots out the back and you get thrown up into the air.
Whoa. Oh dear.
Oh my
Oh no.
gosh. It's working. We can fly.
Easy, pal.
Okay, this music though.
Where do you want to go?
All right. If you can move me to the pod, we can have a look at the ice. And, pal, It's super important that you don't cut the engines or move too fast. I don't want to get hurt.
I know. But it's great, isn't it?
Yep. As long as you don't kill me. Alright. This should be close enough.
Uh-huh. Alright, what do we do? Woo.
It's so bright and warm.
Okay, that's got a kickback.
Steady.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Little bursts. Little bursts, got it. It's fine, it's fine. Yeah, all of them are good. Hal is basically just a little kid, which
The rest of the track.
I'm not gonna lie, I would not have guessed control plus empathy makes like 6-year-old,
Just
but here we are.
Literally. There's more ice here on the right.
Okay.
Whoa, hold it steady.
Alright, alright.
Sorry.
Small burst, Andy, small burst. There you go, a little bit at a time. There we go. Wait for balance. There we go. Okay. There we go.
Let's keep going.
Look at us.
On it.
Do this for a living.
And this last bit here.
I feel like I'm in the opening credits for The Running Man.
This is so cool. It's like the best day of my life.
Well, I'm afraid we're almost done.
This part is basically a rail shooter while you literally shoot at a rail. Yeah? Uh-huh. 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 There we go. Neat.
Think that's it? Do you think you can get me back?
Yeah, I know.
This, I mean, I guess we don't know if control and empathy have been combined before, but logic also seemed to suggest that their memories aren't intact. So effectively, this is the
That's
first
fun,
day of
pal.
Pal's life, or
Make a
it
good team, right?
might
Yeah,
as
I
well
like
be.
the part where we burn the ice while flying.
too. Okay, I'm gonna bring down the pod.
Oh, wait, that's this thing. But they also sound the youngest of all of the configurations we've met so far, which I think contributes to it.
So, where are we heading again?
I will be able to obtain structure schematics once we reach the next level.
You think we'll see any dead bodies?
Hope so.
Thanks, bud. Hope so? All right, archaeologist. Forgot who I was dealing with.
Do you know if the pod system has stops along the way?
It does not. We are arriving at the track terminus now.
Oh, logic plus empathy will be interesting, yeah. Yeah.
This looks like a settlement. Can't believe how well preserved it is.
You think people could be alive in there?
You should really consider thinking before you speak. And then consider not speaking.
Logic.
As long as life support is functional, it's not entirely impossible that someone's taken up here.
Or they could be zombies.
Well, that settles it. I'll disable Pal now.
Don't
Logic.
dare. We might need him.
Ooh, more buttons.
You really are unburdened by intellect, aren't you?
What's the pattern here?
It's the Latin zes.
Huh?
And I thought you were getting the hang of these. Very well. You might call it a backwards Z or Z. And you'll need to make it the full width and height of the panel. Just having Pal running in the background is making us all a little stupider.
Ease up. There.
Logic, you're being rude.
About why anyone would want Grace to be shut down. And I wonder if there could have been a flaw in her base programming.
Like what?
Control and empathy programming divert valuable processing power away from cognitive ability.
Which way am I going?
The big colorful doors. As I was saying, empathy interferes with practical decision-making. Control is a 4-year-old.
You are a 4-year-old.
Please stop. It says Keeper Rosaline.
She looks like a keeper.
She's pretty.
What do you suppose a keeper is?
It must have been a revered title if a statue was made for her.
Good point.
Spire caretaker, maybe.
Buttons.
The key to restoring Grace may be about understanding her potential flaws.
Are you going to tell me the pattern?
You think we're flaws?
Having a few flaws is perfectly all right.
Logic sounds jealous to me.
Jealous? Of what? You can't even open doors without me.
Where are you going with this?
We'll talk again once you can tell me who Everett is. Figure that out, and I'll grant you access to the main elevator.
Grant me access? Logic. Seriously?
She has no way to do things without your help. It must be frustrating for her.
Could we create another hybrid? Logic and empathy?
Here we go.
Yeah. Like how you made me. I could give it a try.
Stop, stop, stop. You'll burn the place down. I will run a logic and empathy configuration as long as you promise never to allow Pal here to do any reconfiguring of our processing.
Deal.
I don't think that smart lady likes me very much.
Hello, Addie.
Oh.
Where do you want to start?
Can we start with the security door to the settlement elevator?
They are encrypted. It would take me days to work out the pattern.
Is there any other way into the settlement?
There is a room off to the side that does not have an encrypted entry. Perhaps we'll find something helpful there.
You can combine the systems. Why don't you just do that and bring Grace back? That's a great question, actually. Although I want to say Control said something like these are just pieces of them. So even if they put them all together, it'd be like 10% of a full Grace. Yep.
So you can open these ones?
They have simple passcodes. I can retrieve and play back for you. You will need to enter the sequence manually.
That's Simon Says. Perfect. I like this wallpaper. Okay.
This looks like another control room.
They're still on reel to
Do you know
reel.
what this is?
It appears to be some sort of interface from which humans can track activity within the Spire. Elements of the interface are missing. I'm not sure I can access it.
I think my comm device can be calibrated to connect.
Of course, yes. Let's give that a try.
Hack.
There are
Oh,
records
right.
here
I already forgot about this thing.
occupied the rooms over the years.
Do we know the Spire's capacity?
50 units.
Right around there.
You got it. There are millions of names here.
Millions. If a million people cycled through here, no one could have lived here that long.
A few weeks at most, by my estimates.
It's a hotel.
Okay, I found record of an Everett who stayed on the 3rd floor. Unlike other visitors, there is no record of him leaving the Spire.
Oh.
So Everett was a worker or a colonist who lived here. Is that enough for you, Logic?
Hardly. It does nothing to explain why Grace would be calling to him.
So I'll need to find a way up to the 3rd floor.
Perhaps we can find one on the Spire map across from the console.
This one here?
Looks like the image from the Spire entrance.
That's a map?
What are we looking for?
Grace processors are located at the top of the structure.
Looks like a circuit board.
There is also a massive radio beacon.
The beacon is the key, Addie. You must go now to activate the beacon to call the masses back to the Spire.
Just a few minutes ago, you wanted me to leave on my ship.
The beacon is the answer. It has always been the answer.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Can you get me to the beacon then? Control?
Control will not be able to override security.
Then we need to learn more about Everett.
Here's the room where Everett once stayed.
Ooh,
Ah.
maybe we can see it from the balcony.
Possibly, but I don't see a viable route to get there.
Alright. 3rd level
These
it
are
is.
databanks?
Yes, they contain flight records to and from the Spire.
Anything interesting about the records?
The bookings seem to be coming from internal servers, meaning the trip planning and coordination is all done here.
Where are people traveling from?
Everywhere. Destinations seem very evenly distributed throughout the solar system.
More missing equipment.
This looks carefully removed.
Yeah, everything else was like ripped out with the wire still poking out, but that one was carefully removed. A data bank of flight records. Who is collecting what and why?
Those are on level 2.
Well, if we can get to that balcony, maybe we can find a way to level 3.
Or covering up their tracks?
I can
I have
climb
so many
this.
questions.
I suppose.
I don't see many other options.
Yeah, it seems like Logic is in charge of security, or at least able to crack security. These flowers are pretty. Oh no. I gotta do the thing, don't I? Yep.
It's pretty much a straight shot across. Looks sturdy enough.
So about that height warning.
A fall could result in an injury.
I've already fallen a few times from this height.
Yeah.
Careful, Addie. If you broke a leg, how would you get back to your ship?
You sound like my mom.
Okay, no problem. We got this. Just gently. Gently.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Addie!
What a... Okay. Oh.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, but you can't be yelling things while I'm trying to cross.
So, you're going to try again after that? You nearly broke your neck, Addie.
Yep, you're totally my mom.
Falling's kind of fun. It's like really short flying.
Addie, are you okay? Very nice, Bob. Alright. Is this one?
Please, be careful.
Oh, good. The game is also taken to calling her mom.
Please.
Just concentrate on your breathing.
Yikes.
This is so exciting.
Breathe, Addie.
No, that's fine. We can do this. We can do this. We got this. No problem. No problem. Alright.
Very good. Now keep walking forward.
I can't watch.
I knew you could do it.
You should really try running across next time.
I'm hoping there won't be a next time.
It'd be faster, too.
It's good. It's gymnastics by
It's
committee.
pretty empty. Just a bed. Maybe the rooms were for short work contracts.
2-week work contracts?
Or were people just visiting the spire? People sat or knelt here.
Yes, this was a place for meditation.
This looks like a shrine.
To honor Grace.
That looks like her symbol. Where did these go to?
This entire settlement is connected to a vacuum tube system. From what I can tell, they are headed in one direction. The top of the spire.
Huh. Pneumatic tubes.
Some weird little lavatory.
They've changed much
Excuse
over
me.
the years.
Not really. I've seen weirder. I've seen ones where people sat on ceramic bowls of water.
If they pooped in the water, what did they drink?
That was 3
Well, separate
seashells.
rooms, I guess. Look for a way to the next level?
Alright. You go up there. I'm gonna guess this is the same... That's the same thing. Okay, so we can access the elevator from anywhere. That's good. I'll just try every door on the way
I'll
up.
light up the pattern for you.
Okay.
Another empty bedroom. All the rooms have these tubes.
The altar, got the kneeling place. Same bed. Place to climb up.
I don't see a way up.
That's right, Arthur. Does seem like a dead end. Up we go.
Here's the code.
I appreciate how simple these are. I'm confident at some point they're going to get more complex, but they're slow rolling us, and that's very gentle.
Not much here either.
Oh, I see a way up on the outside, but first, explore. What is this?
Travel packs.
So visitors brought in their own food.
They really didn't stay for long then.
Who
It's
took
like
the
they were on
mattress?
pilgrimages. Someone's made off with the mattress?
As a souvenir, maybe.
Here we go.
Okay, I don't see anything over there. Up we go. Come on up, sweetheart. Come on up.
We still have one level to go.
Hey,
Alright.
there's another beam here. I think it's a shortcut.
It is more direct, but I wouldn't advise it. You're better off finding a way through the apartments. Besides, I know how much you like to explore.
Alright, what do we think? Do we want to do beam shortcut, or do we want to do apartments? Beam shortcut? Apartments. In the meantime, I will Scritch and Arthur. What do you think, Arthur? Do you want to do dangerous shortcut or lore-filled apartments? Yeah? What do you think? You have an opinion? Of course you don't have an opinion. You're in a cat. Yeah. Your opinion is Scritches are good. And naps are also good. Which, to be fair, those are both correct opinions. Yeah. He does like the Scritches a lot. If Laura might be in the apartments, I'm not sure the beam is any safer. Voting apartments. Alright, one vote for apartments. I'm gonna attempt to use this excuse to get a drink. Eat, oop, up. I like lore. Alright, we have 2 votes for lore. That seems fair. We'll disappoint Pal for now. I'm sure there will be other opportunities to endanger ourselves for great justice later, but for now, we will head loreward.
Here's the code.
I guess if you don't want to do the beam stuff, that's okay.
It's alright, pal. Oh, there we go.
I don't see any signs of unrest or violence.
And they
That is
left
good.
me behind.
The hell?
What are these?
From what I can tell, they're audio recordings.
Of what, I wonder?
We would require a playback device to learn more. There may be a way to access the recording through your wrist communicator with the aid of a signal amplifier. But that would only be possible by adding an element of control to my logic processing capabilities.
Oh no.
So you need to create a control and logic configuration.
Here we go.
Like a little brother? Or maybe a sister.
Oh.
The only combination left. May as well, Mom.
All right. Here we go.
Hello?
Maybe he's sleeping.
So you require a tool upgrade.
It's a boy.
We were hoping you could set up my comm device to help play back recordings.
Already done. Just hold your device up to the canister. You will be able to access the recording the same way you've been connecting to other systems.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, okay. And then...
Hey, Grace. I really don't know why you would choose me. I guess no one really knows why they're called to the Spire, but I'm greatly honored. At my age, I thought maybe...
That's all I can recover from this one.
Sounds like Grace chose who came here.
Uh-huh. Control wanted us to turn on the beacon to start calling people back across the entire solar system. And we've already determined that the people that were here didn't actually, like, live here. They stayed here for, like, a couple weeks and then left. Huh. So Grace was calling people here. For what purpose? I have questions. Wonder if Grace's first name used to be Yor. That's a good point. It just got lost over time, went from being a title to being a name.
So, what should we call the new config?
I do not require a name.
Might make it easier if you had one.
I will let you know if a suitable name occurs to me.
Fair.
I'll try to think of some too.
Here you go.
Did they?
Someone tore this apart.
And took the pieces somewhere.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's certainly interesting.
But what is going on? What? Why? Also, how? Many questions I have. Okay, this one will get us higher up, though. Another mattress count. I'm assessing a weird kind of inventory of the missing things, and it's not painting a picture that makes any sense in my head. Was this one just open already? Huh. Oh, hello.
I figure this was left here as a token, or an offering.
Flammable. That's a good point, Bob. Wood mattress, yeah. That's a through line. Oop, canister. Okay, I don't know for sure, but this might be the mention of grief. So content warning potentially for this audio file.
All right.
For specifically for mention of death of a loved one.
Hello, Grace. This is Madeline Torre. I'd hoped this trip would be my chance to connect with others who care about you. Now, I'm not sure anyone takes these wishes seriously anymore. So, that's my wish. Help me find someone. Someone who loves you as much as I do.
Huh, that's interesting.
She sounded lonely.
People came here to make wishes?
For Grace to grant?
I'm unclear how she would go about granting the wishes of so many visitors.
Another way up.
Okay, that wasn't the one I thought it was. But also, came here to get their wishes granted. Interesting. And all the pneumatic tubes send messages to the top of the spire.
We can name him Pal Jr.
I was thinking something that sums up what he does.
I can do many things. Pretty much anything you require.
So you're a jack of all trades.
So we could call you Jack.
What do you think of that, Jack?
I will answer to Jack then, if you like.
This is level 3, Addie.
Let's look for evidence of Everett. What's the code?
Of course.
I am able to enter the codes directly if you would like.
Let her do it on her own.
There we go. Any way of knowing if this was Everett's room?
The records only give the
Is it
level.
darker in here than it was in the other rooms? I think it's darker in this room than it was in the other ones. Double canister?
Let's try this one.
Hello, Grace. I've thought much about what I'd say when I got here. I know it's important for my parents that I make my wish count. So, I guess I wish for them to be proud of me. Thank you, Grace.
Huh.
Hey, Grace. So, I'm pretty sure I was the youngest person on the flight here, and the only Darksider, which was a bit of a surprise. My friends are still sending me halos on what to wish for, mostly stupid suggestions. And my parents made me promise to not waste it on something boyfriend-related, which I agree would also be stupid. So, here it goes. I wish for the lunar terraform to be finished. We are lucky enough to be in the dome, but thousands of kids are still stuck in the tunnels, and their families don't have enough money to take Earth trips. So they've never really been in a space wider than 3 meters without a pea suit, which really sucks. So whatever you can do to make that happen would be great. Thanks, Grace.
I'd hate to tell her, but the terraform never happened.
Oh yeah, this is the same meditation mat that we did our breathing on. And it's right in front of the what we think is an altar to Grace. Huh. I hope we didn't, like... I hope we didn't accidentally swear fealty. Or something. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Here you go.
I can always do this for you. Just say the word.
Try again.
There you
That's
go.
it.
Really, Jack, what I need is for you to not be talking when I'm trying to follow the pattern. If we could just get to that point, I think I'd be fine. Hello, what's this?
Looks like Olympia Mon colors. I guess the team's old enough.
Martian sports?
This is Mark Anthony Wong, and I was called to Grace from our station Phoenix. Not sure if anyone will hear this, but the whole tube system is shut down right now. People are not happy, and I'm getting a little scared, to be honest. I'll be locking myself in until the shuttle returns. And I'm leaving this in case something really bad happens.
Oh no.
That's a little ominous.
Yeah.
These canisters were not making it through the tube system. We should inspect the tubes for more.
Uh-huh.
Of course it is.
Fair. Good idea, oh lord. Of course it's a good idea.
My wish? Oh, I'll tell you my wish. 10 years ago, we're on Venus at the Big Dome. Huge crowd. Olympia Mons favored 4-1, loses 5-1. 6 years ago, on Earth against South Union, loses 2-1. 2 years ago, South Union again, this time up north, I took the boys 3 months round trip. They go 90 minutes, no score. Extra time, no score. South Union takes it again in penalties. That was a sour flight home, let me tell you. You want my wish, Gracie? The next World Cup is on Mars. I wish that Olympia faces South Union again and destroys them, like Space Me Out the Airlock humiliated. That would be a game. That's my wish. So how do I end this recording?
Olympia's still a crap team.
Perhaps
Amazing.
Grace was rendered inactive by football hooligans.
Grace likely fostered sports as an alternative outlet for uncontrolled aggression. Of course people would come to her to share their passions.
Empathy honestly seems great, which I'm very happy about personally. They could have absolutely played that config as a joke, and they didn't.
Perfect. Someone left a portrait.
Okay, if it wasn't the other one, then this is the one that is probably going to be the grief. So, bringing back that content warning for Mourning a Beloved One.
Come here, Grace. Najisha, she was so excited when I got the summons. We talked about this for months. Who we could help. Who was most deserving. She honestly believed we could come up with a wish that could make everything perfect. Thank you for choosing me. And thank you for letting me delay coming here. I want to be true to her memory,
her wishes, her unlimited love for humanity. But my only wish, the only thought I have, is to have her back. I want her back.
There couldn't have actually been anything Grace could have done for her.
Grace allowed her to voice her grief.
Grace couldn't really do anything for most of these.
Hey, the tube system is no longer accepting wishes. If anyone knows how to reach Keeper Everett, please let him know.
Keeper Everett.
It sounds like Keepers were Spire caretakers.
When did Everett stay on this floor?
2955.
That's 20 years before this message was recorded.
So he stayed on after his visit and became a keeper? Why was there no record of that?
I would think answers lie at the other end of these vacuum tubes.
From what I can tell, the tube system runs through the central elevator shaft.
Logic? You gonna let us in, considering we know Everett was a keeper?
But do you know what a keeper is?
We'll need access to the elevator to learn more.
Ah, a classic paradox.
Logic.
Fine. If you're done snooping around, I will grant you access to the elevator.
Or you could uncover more canisters and learn more about the people who came here.
Reaching the beacon is the priority. You must move on.
Well, if Control wants us to move on, we're definitely snooping around more. I'm starting to think Grace shut herself down in distress for not being able to make everyone happy. That would actually explain a lot.
Great.
There's...
Hey,
Whoa.
where are the lights?
I believe Control has turned them off, Addie.
Control.
Not cool, boss. Control? Unbelievable.
Someone wrecked their altar.
Look how beat up this is.
It must have been done in anger.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Fear also played a part here.
Yeah, no, let me hack.
Logic will open the way to the beacon. You must go to the elevator.
Hold your horses.
It's in here somewhere. Right around here.
I've been instructed by Grace to make a wish. Not something big and altruistic, not for someone else, but for me. A real, honest wish, my heart's true desire. Honestly, this long flight to the middle of nowhere, months without my family, missing the harvest with a per diem that barely covers expenses, for what? Some mystical song and dance that makes us feel like we're somehow part of this robot theocracy. This whole thing, the temple, the hushed tones, the awe that people seem to show this place is ridiculous. My honest wish is to be left alone long enough to actually make some headway on the farm and pull in a decent crop.
It doesn't sound like everyone was happy to come here.
For Grace to understand what made people unhappy was just as important as knowing what made them content.
Why do you insist on defying me?
Because it's funny.
I'm starting to enjoy it.
Addie, I'm glad you and I are on the same page.
I doubt you'll ever get this message, Grace. We've been waiting weeks now with... I hope Keeper Everett is okay. I've been told his sermons are wonderful. And I hope he will be able to deliver the word of grace again soon. Make things work. I'd like you to know that we still love you and think about you. Great comfort to our family over the years. We've all made them for us. With your wisdom, you are missed.
So Grace would receive wishes, and then leave people with instruction in the form of sermons. Could that really be all there was to it?
Ideas are powerful. Perhaps just returning with a more enlightened perspective was enough to move society toward common goals.
Highly unlikely. Grace must have had some control over planetary infrastructure, if she was to have had the influence you suspect.
Here you go.
Great.
Oh, graffiti.
only Grace.
Are we allowed to draw on the windows here?
Certainly not. The people who did this were looking for trouble.
They were tracking something here. Terracycles, maybe?
They'd lost sync with Earth?
Or the Spire lost power. I don't recognize these words. They look like technical or medical terms. A list of supplies, maybe.
Or a list of demands.
My demand is that you go to the elevator at once.
All right. We gotta end the stream anyway. Fine. Yep.
You're looking pretty smug.
What's the pattern?
Another easy one. Light the 4 corners of the pad. You really didn't need my help for this one. It would be a common pattern when guessing symbols.
I have to give you something to do, right?
I'm worried about this
Look at all the vacuum tubes.
kind of antagonistic tone that
Must
we're
be one in
taking
every
with
room in the
Control
cell.
and vice versa.
Keepers must have been busy.
It's what Grace does with the wishes that should interest us.
Oh, we don't have a reflection. We're a vampire. Space vampire. This looks cozy. Alright.
Did you like my little game?
You mean the game where you refused to help us?
I provided you with the opportunity to prove yourself. Is that not why you're here?
I'm an archaeologist. I'm here to do my job.
I don't think Addie enjoys having obstacles placed in the way of her goals.
We have arrived at our destination.
Alright. There's my little save icon.
The Spire pilgrims must have gathered here. To listen to the Keeper's sermons, I guess.
People will return here once the beacon is restored. Flock and shepherd will be reunited.
Well, on that ominous note, go ahead and we'll pause that. And that's where we'll go ahead and call it a night. Thanks, Control, for taking us to church, I guess. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. We'll wrap this one up this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then in the meantime, be sure to check out our full stream team schedule at schedule.truck.community that has all of our team streamers and what they're streaming on what days at what time with links to their respective channels to check out a whole bevy of content all week long, including, here just a little bit, knock on wood, some more Arcade Spirits, the new challengers, over at twitch.tv/SquirrelLily, or possibly something else. Hopefully September and Stranger will let me know here in chat if that's still a go, or if there's something else on the docket for tonight. And we'll send a raid their way here in just a moment. But thank you all so much, as always, for coming by and hanging out, and hopefully we'll find out what's really going on with Grace, and I think we've met all the combos now. It is the thing. We're setting up some back end. We'll be starting shortly. Fantastic. All right. So y'all in chat, just hang tight, and we'll send you over to the SquirrelLily channel here in just a moment for some more fun content with a wonderfully queer little visual novel that also involves at least one cute AI. And that's that on that. Have a great week, everybody, and I will hope to catch you around next time. Good night.